Hello, everybody. This is Don Baine, the Gadget Professor. I got a very cool, inexpensive gadget today that I'm sure you're going to like. I like it. I use it. Stay tuned.
He's got the toys. He's got showmanship. And he's got sex appeal. Ladies and gentlemen, from the great Southwest, here's the guru of gadgets, the dapper and dashing Don Baine, the Gadget Professor. Gadget Professor.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome. This is Don Baine, your friendly Gadget Professor at your service. We are on episode 193. It's February 5th, and the Gadget Professor has a birthday coming up this month. I'm not going to tell you when, but I also understand through the grapevine that one of my very dear and old friends, Mr. Bobby Reuter, has a birthday today. So happy birthday, Bobby. I hope you have a great day. So let's get into it, folks. We have a great show for you today. If you're new to the Gadget Professor, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. If you're a returning guest to watch the Gadget Professor, thank you so much for coming back. We're very appreciative. The Gadget Professor is heard right now in 172 countries around the world, so we're very proud of that. Every Thursday evening, we come up with a brand new episode dealing with all kinds of crazy gadgets that will help enhance your life and make things a little bit easier for you and add some fun. We talk about a little bit of tech news, a little bit of hacking news, a lot of free apps and software apps, if you will, that are totally free that I'm sure you're going to like, at least some of them. And last but not least, every week we have at least one gadget that we talk about. This week we have two gadgets that we talk about, kind of similar in functionality and utilization, but again, slightly different. So let's start off the show with everybody by saying that if you want to tune into the Gadget Professor, probably the easiest way is we're on iTunes, and it doesn't get much simpler than that. You can also watch us directly on our website, which is thegadgetprofessor.com. If you look at our website, thegadgetprofessor.com, you'll see a picture of each gadget each week that we talk about, and we have several episodes actually queued in, and you can just keep scrolling forever all the way back to episode 1. We are, as I said, on episode 193. We're getting very close to that 4-year mark, believe it or not. Also on the right-hand side, I'll call your attention to it says important pages on the right-hand side, and there's a newsletter button there. If you click that newsletter button, it's going to ask you for your email address. You put your email address in every Thursday evening. As soon as the show is posted, you will get the show notes. You want the show notes because every single thing that we talk about is highlighted and HTML, all that code stuff. You just click the button and you go right to the web page or to the gadget that we were talking about, and you'll definitely want to keep track of that because I'm always asked each week, remember you covered an episode on this and you said that, and you know, there's so many episodes, so many things, I don't remember them all. So you can email me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com, thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com, and I will answer all our email. We have a Facebook page. I'd love you to check that out. You can write me a note, ask me a question. Also, you can look at our Rebel Mouse page. Our Rebel Mouse page is basically comes from our Twitter feed. It's a dynamic page. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it would be at Gadget Professor, and everything else is in the show notes. So let's get started. Today, folks, I am here to report to you that I think it's the largest breach, in history. This is a massive breach at the second largest healthcare company, Anthem Inc., and this just happened late yesterday afternoon. And let's just cut to the raw facts. They know for a fact that as many as 80 million customers of the nation's second largest health insurance company, Anthem Inc., have had their accounts and information stolen, the company said in a statement. Blah, 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 blah. Here's what they got. The information they know they got includes their names, their birthdays, their medical IDs, their social security numbers, their street addresses, their email addresses, and their employment information, including income data. Now, that's about as deadly as it gets. I can't imagine anything more deadly. Now, what you got to realize here is there's 80 million people that have had their identities compromised. They have their social security number, they have their medical number, they have their birthdays, they have their names, their street addresses, so they can easily identify who they are and pose as them. But what's more scary about this and sad is that they have their employment information, including how much money they make. So what these hackers are going to do is they're going to, by computer, sort through these things, and if you earn $12,000 a year, you're probably going to be safe. If you're earning in the millions and have assets, you're going to be a big target. I could tell you that right now. And it's really sad because you, as a customer of Anthem, have just no control over how they guard your personal information. And I think they're liable. 80 million people is a lot of people to be liable for, but it's just inexcusable today. And I've tried to lay off the hacking news in the program for the most part, but something like this, when 80 million people get their total identities hacked, including their employment and salary information, their social security numbers. I mean, come on. What is wrong with these people? And I hate to say this, but I wish the government would get involved and make it mandatory that all these companies who collect any type of information, individual information about our citizens, have to, by law, maintain a minimum amount of security in their system so they could prevent these hacks. And that's all I'm going to say about it. You can read the article yourself. It's very sad. Speaking of sad, our FCC chairman, Tom Wheeler, has finally got the idea that the internet needs to be free and equal to everybody. So there's a lot of movement on basically net neutrality. And net neutrality means that you and I will have the same speed opposed to a company that maybe would want a higher speed, or we can be throttled because we watch Netflix or something like that, whereas a larger company would have more bandwidth. So right now, it looks pretty good for the consumers, and we'll have to keep an eye on that. But I think President Obama had something to do with this. Not that I want to give him credit for anything. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry. That just slipped out. It slipped. But in any event, President Obama has been pretty firm about net neutrality, and that's a real good thing for everybody. So we'll keep an eye on that. All right, let's get into some software. These are some free apps. This is a very cool app. It's called Rumbage. It's totally free, and there's no sign-up required. There's no card required, no trial period, no advertisements, no third-party software that you got to do a survey for. There's just no hassles with this product. And essentially, Rumbage is a simple tool that does all the hard work organizing your documents so you can find them fast, spend less time searching, and start seeing your results. So there's a video here which I won't run, but this will find any document that you're looking for. So if you have multiple drives and you don't know where you put a document, but you know you had it, and boy, this happens to me all the time. I have 3 servers with different documents on, and I never know where a document is, but this little app will load very easily onto your system, and it just finds it, and it has a very interesting way of scanning down and very quickly finding the document that you want by word recognition or whatever the case may be. There's a lot of variables here. They ask you for a donation. That's voluntary, but definitely check this app out. Now, here's something that's really cool. I'm sure you're familiar with Google Earth. Well, Google Earth Pro has always cost about 400 smackers, maybe 500 smackers, I don't remember. For whatever reason, good for us, they've made this Google Earth Pro free. Definitely download this. Even if you don't need it, download it, because it is a very, very cool program. And it gives you a 3D interactive globe that can be used to aid planning, analysis, decision-making, business, and governance. But it's just a very cool app. If for no other reason, you can go back and look at your hometown, look at your house, check out anything you want, live in color with all kinds of rotations. Very, very cool, very robust, and very free right now, so take advantage of that. Now, here's an app called Carousel, and this is part of Dropbox, and it's free. I don't know if many people even knows it exists, but what this will do, Gary will take all your photos and your videos from your smartphones, and it will make a gallery for them, and it will do it automatically. So essentially your lifetimes of photos simplified, every photo and video that you've ever taken automatically organized, backed up in Dropbox, and are available on your phone and tablet and the web. So this does a very nice job, and it's free, and if you have a lot of photos and videos, definitely the way to go. So check that out. Now here's an app that's totally free, and it's called Bot. And what this does is, how would you like if things you owned took care of themselves? Your refrigerator orders its own water filter. Your lawnmower tells you when it's time to change the blade. Your coffee maker tells you when it's time, or if it's been recalled. Your TV speaks up a few weeks before its warranty is to run out, so on and so forth. So what this is, it's an app. It's totally free, available both for the Android system and the iOS. It's on iTunes, which is what I'm showing you now, but if you have an Android, you can get this app. And what it will do is you actually scan in via your smartphone the barcode that's on every appliance, and it instantly indexes it and tells you all the features that it has. By putting when you bought it in, it will tell you when the filters need to be changed. It will tell you if there's any upgrades or recalls or things like that, and it will keep track of every single appliance you own. Totally free, definitely recommended by the Gadget Professor. Now, here's one that pretty much everybody's going to want to use. It's totally free. It's called Ebates. And when you join this for free, you automatically get $10 off of your choice of Macy's, Walmart, Target, Kohl's, Ebates, and essentially what this does is it has hundreds of different stores, maybe thousands of different stores that will just give you X amount of dollars off. So if you're in Target or you're in Macy's or wherever the case may be, Walmart, and you're buying a bunch of stuff, all you got to do is go into Ebates. You'll see what's on sale with an Ebate coupon that goes right into your smartphone. And a lot of things on Ebates give you double coupons, so you're getting double your money back, or you'll get cash back in certain situations. So definitely check Ebates out. There's no reason not to join that. A lot of apps today, folks, a lot of apps. Now, here's one that I've been using for quite some time, and it's called Yelp. And I really haven't spoken much about it because I just assumed that everybody uses Yelp. Well, Yelp basically is a reference, if you will, that will tell you how a restaurant rates. But it's also nightlife, food, shopping, bars. If you want Mexican food or home services, automotive, health, medical, it rates it based on real ratings from real customers. There's no fluff in this. So if you want to know how a restaurant is, or if it's 1 star or 10 stars or 5 stars, it only goes up to 5 stars, you'll actually be able to read reviews. Here's one, and I know I have not been to this place yet. It's called Little Miss Barbecue in Phoenix. It's supposed to be the best barbecue place around. This has 5 stars, and 284 people have reviewed it. So in addition to getting great information about how good or how bad a restaurant is, its hours, its food, all that kind of stuff from customers, you'll also get money-saving coupons. There's a couple restaurants that I frequent here, typically the Mexican restaurants and the pizza restaurants. I got to knock that off. But in any event, every time we go, my daughter-in-law just goes on Yelp and goes, "Hey, you want to save $10 off the meal?" Yeah, I do. And she just swipes the coupon, puts it next to the dude's face when they're giving us the bill, and he goes, "Oh, okay," and whoosh, you get $10 off. So Yelp is totally free, and there's absolutely no reason on this planet why you don't have Yelp. All right, we having fun here? No, we're not done. We're not done. We still have one more app, and this isn't actually an app. This is 10 things you need to know about that your microwave can do. This is a YouTube video. I'm not going to run it now, but I'm going to put the URL for this YouTube video in the show notes. But it's 10 things that you never knew your microwave could do, and it's really cool. It's a really cool video. So if you want to kill some time and find out ways that you can use your microwave oven that you never imagined, this is worth watching. It's a 4-minute and 27-second video, and I know you're going to like it. And it tells you how to make potato chips from potatoes in 6 minutes, and they're crunchy and they're good. And I made them last night just to verify that this thing works. It does. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at the moment that you've been waiting for, it's the gadgets of the day. And today we have two gadgets. The first gadget that we're going to talk about is put out by a company called Vaas, V-A-S-S. And you can't really tell what this is. You know it's a plug-in. It's a little black box. But what does it do? Well, I'm going to show you what it does. We'll go a quick close-up on camera 2. So there it is, and you can see that there are 5 USB ports there. You see them? So the 5 USB ports and a plug. What is this? This is a very convenient tool, and I not only use this in my home, but I use this when I travel. So essentially what this is it's a 50 watt, which is very important, a 50 watt, 5-port, high-speed USB charger. Now, so what? What's the big deal? Well, it comes in this nice box, which is not a big deal, but here's your instruction booklet, which is very simple to use. But the specs are what's very impressive about this. Essentially what this does is it's 5-port wall chargers, and it's a smart port technology that enables full-speed charges and universal compatibility. Now here's the important part. It's 50 watts of power, the world's most powerful 5-port wall charger outputs enough current to maximum speed to charge up to 5 devices simultaneously. Now, this is the crux of the issue. This is what you need to know whenever you're getting or buying or using a charger. This is the part that's important. Constant current. This pegs the constant current charge at 10 amps. When the current exceeds the maximum 10 output, instead of shutting down. There's a voltage regulator in this which ensures you're getting 5 volts. Okay, so what's really cool about this is you have 5 ports, but they're each putting out 10 watts, which means whatever you have, whether you have a smartphone, whether you have a tablet, it just doesn't matter, a camera, they're all going to charge at full power, and they're all going to charge as fast as they're able to charge. And this does not cut down on the current nor the voltage, and this is what makes this device so unique. If you have a situation where many times you're going to charge something up via your computer, you'll notice, maybe you don't, but in fact, it actually charges much slower. And the reason for that is it doesn't have enough current. This baby with 50 watts assures you that all 5 devices at the same time will be able to charge rapidly. And many times if you try to use your phone charger, your smartphone charger to charge your tablet, it takes forever. That's because it doesn't have enough current. This device will provide more than enough current to charge 5 devices simultaneously. And I take this with me when I travel. Why? Because I have a smartphone, I have a camera, I have all kinds of things, microphones, video cameras that need to be charged up via USB, and I don't want to bring 5 individual power packs. So I bring this one, and I can charge 5 things up at one time. The cost of this, at least right now on Deal Sheet, is $19. It's an excellent deal. It's an excellent deal. I can't guarantee you it will be there. I'll put it in the show notes. But if you go on to Amazon, this same device is $27. Actually, it's $26 with Prime. So there's a huge savings there. And this is made by a different company than one. It's made by Anchor. This is made by Vaas. They probably do the same thing. The only thing that I've noticed is different. For the more expensive one, $26 on Amazon Prime, it's only 40 watts. This is 50 watts. So this deal here is a much better deal. And I'm telling you, you're going to love this thing. Instead of having 5 power packs, you're going to have 1. So great device, highly recommended. My go-to device when I travel, this definitely goes with me. Now, another device here, and we'll take a close-up of this at camera 2. This device looks pretty simple, and it is, but it's very useful. And we'll take a closer look at it. You'll see that there's 3 plugs right here, 3 AC plugs. And then on the side here, you'll see that there's 2 USB charging ports. And right here, we'll take a look at this now. Right here, there is a clip that goes on basically the 3-prong charger that you put into the outlet. We'll get a close-up of that on camera 2. So what you do with this is, one, it's a surge suppressor, which is handy to have for sure. And now you can plug this into an outlet, and particularly when I'm at hotels, outlets are a scarcity. So I have 3 outlets now instead of 2. But I also have 2 ports here that I can charge using USB. Now, this device is made by Belkin, and it sells for $30, and it's a little pricey, but again, it's 10 watts of power, which means you can charge 2 devices. They'll charge just like this device very fast with no lag in time, and no matter whether you use 1 port or 2 ports, it doesn't split the current. It maintains it, and it has a voltage regulator in it. Another nice feature about this is you probably can't see it. We'll look on camera too. I'm going to show you a white button. So you see that white button. Essentially what you do is you push in that white button, and then you can turn this plug. This plug will actually turn. So you push in the white button, and you can turn the AC adapter in any angle you want, which means essentially you can put it this way, this way, this way, this way, whatever you want. So it rotates. So if you're in a situation where the outlet space is tight, you can turn this. So now what happens for me is when I'm traveling, all I need is 1 outlet. Obviously, there's 2 prongs, so there's 2 outlets, but I changed 2 outlets to 3 outlets. So I've got 3 AC, the ability to use 3 AC outlets. I have the ability to charge 2 devices USB at full rate of speed because of the current. And now if I take this device and plug this into this device, I now can charge 7 USB devices at one time and still have 2 AC outlets. So this definitely always goes with the Gadget Professor from now on when I travel. And I constantly, when I go to hotels, am fighting to find outlets and bringing a lot of power packs with me. These 2 devices, or even one of these devices, particularly this device, alleviates all that. You got 5 devices here. This adds me the ability of having surge protection, the ability to twist it around when you're in those tight spots underneath the bed trying to get an outlet, voltage protection, USB charging, and coupled with this device, I'm all set. 7 USBs, 2 power outlets. The Gadget Professor is a happy camper, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I'll see everybody next Thursday. Thank you so much for tuning in. So long from the Gadget Professor.
The Gadget Professor is produced by Don Baine, Multimedia Communications, LLC. If you would like your product reviewed on The Gadget Professor or would like to appear on The Gadget Professor, contact us via email at thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com. The opinions expressed on the program by the host, guests, call-in listeners, or chatters are solely the opinions of the original source who expressed them. And thank you for watching The Gadget Professor.